Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, and welcome to a new episode of Sipping with Jeremy. And today we're going to be talking about Mijenta tequila. So Mijenta is distilled at NAM 1412, which is Distillería de los Altos, which is in Andarandas, Mexico. And it is made by Ana Maria Romero, who has been in the business for a couple of decades now. Mijenta is a sustainable distillery, meaning that they allow their agaves to fully mature, allowing some of them to even pollinate. They also use all recycled blue agave for their labels here, so they try to be as resourceful as possible when it comes to making sure that they're not taking too much from the earth, since that is what tequila is. You know, it is a spirit from the earth. Mijenta is also a highland agave, so you're going to expect a lot more fruity kind of characteristics on this. And as another note, Mijenta is also additive-free. So let's go ahead and move on to the Blanco tequila from Mijenta. So I kind of glossed over in the intro about Mijenta being additive-free, and I have talked about additive-free tequila in prior videos, so go ahead and feel free to watch those if you want to check out other additive-free tequilas available at the wine country. But for those of you, if this is your first episode, or if you're just getting into these, additive-free tequila means that it is as straightforward tequila as you can get, honestly. So for an additive-free tequila, you are just using the Blue Weber agave, which is the one agave you can use for tequila. You are then also just using well water, or you have a source of water that is close to your facility, and the yeast is just from the air. So the natural yeast that is surrounding the distillery, which helps ferment these tequilas. And so with that, there are no, there's no vanilla flavoring added, there's no caramel flavor adding, there's no color adding to the aged ones to make them look a certain way. Something like a Blanco additive-free tequila, like what Mijenta is one of the purest examples of agave you can get. So let's go ahead and try this one. So the first thing of note on this Blanco tequila is the mouthfeel. Just a really nice rich coating, and that is something you could typically expect from a Highland agave tequila. There are also some really nice white pepper characteristics here, just kind of vibrant, savory aspects that soften up the creaminess that there is on this tequila. There is also a little bit of fruit, kind of a combination of mango and some softer kind of stone fruit as well, some more kind of peach ideas, I would say. And then there is a little bit of a vanilla. It comes off as vanilla, but as you break it down a little bit more, what it is actually is like what cooked agave tastes like, which is a little bit of like a burnt caramelization. So it kind of starts off with a little bit of vanilla, but then you get that more caramelized kind of aspect to it, which if you ever had the pleasure of tasting like what cooked agave, just having a bite of like a cooked agave, it's surprisingly sweet. This one has that kind of burnt caramel, cooked caramel characteristic to it. So with the Blanco like this, with something that already has a lot of character to it, you can only imagine what's going to happen after you age it for some time in something like the reposado. So let's go ahead and give that one a try. Mijenta's reposado is aged for up to 6 months in a combination of American white oak, French oak, and French acacia barrels. And I say up to 6 months, meaning that's the max something can age. But with a brand like Mijenta, or a lot of the brands that we focus on at the wine country, they age to when the tequila is right. So it could take up to 6 months, but sometimes it might take a little less. Less depending on what time of year it is. If it's warmer, the oak that these things are aged in are going to be a lot more open and porous, so they're going to go deeper into the oak, so you're going to get more flavor on a quicker rate. When it's colder, the barrels are going to tighten up, so you're not going to get as much, so it might take up to that full 6 months. But with something like this, because it already has a lot of nice fruit characteristics to it, you don't really need a whole lot of oak time, because then you're just going to cover up the natural flavors of the tequila. So let's go ahead and try it. So a lot of vibrant flavors on this one. Up front, you get a lot of baking spices, a little bit of toasted cinnamon, kind of like allspice. I would say they're more kind of vibrant spice flavors here. That leads into that white spice that you really get to taste in the Blanco, and just creates a really savory profile on the palate. It kind of hits you in the mid palate and just stays there for a while. That cooked agave that was a little bit more of like a caramelization, and the Blanco now has a bigger kind of expressiveness to it, and adds a little butterscotch to the mix as well. There is a little bit of a dried cocoa note on the back end with some softer kind of vanilla bean as well. You definitely don't get the fruit as much. The fruit is kind of in the background. The fruit is much more expressive in the Blanco. Here, the baking spices and some of those sweeter flavors take over the profile. So you lose that fruit, but you gain a lot of like sweetness, and then you still have that spice to balance out. Just a nice kind of tequila that develops on the palate, and definitely a nice sipper. Alright, y'all, that's going to wrap up this episode of Sipping with Jeremy. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and just keep in track of what we do. Don't forget to visit our website to see what's going on in the store with our tastings, and to just read our blog to see what's up. So Mijenta tequila, I really enjoy. It's been something that we've carried, since I was introduced to it at my previous job as a distributor, and I've been very happy with the response I've gotten from our customers. We have a lot of people who enjoy this brand, and I'm excited to see the expansion of it, to see more people getting into it. If you are interested in this tequila, you will find links below to our website where you can purchase it, or if you just want to come into the store and talk to me about it, I'm happy to talk about any type of tequila, so come on in. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Drink well.